Hello everyone, and welcome to another weekly wrap-up video. If you're new to the channel, my name is Meydan. I'm a finance professional and also the entrepreneur and the founder of a fintech company called Adair, which is calculating the swing days, swing hours, and pricing it in advance. Okay, and you can check out all the details at the websites. Now, in the interim, let's get back into the weekly wrap-ups. Okay, so why am I doing this? So every week, if we check out the swing days and the swing hours to see how they worked, the more we kind of go over it, the more we can digest it and we can like underline it, and then we can see how we can work with these properly, right? So without further ado, let's get into it. First of all, let's get me out of here. All right, and then I'm going to put myself at the top there. All right, so the swing days for the 5th and the 9th of May, 5th to the 9th of May, I posted them on the 20th of April. Okay, and as you can see, I've got the full month of May here as well. So what did we have? We had Monday and Thursday for gold. Let's open up gold. Start off with gold. Okay, so that's your Monday and that's your Thursday. All right, so as you can see here, if I just bring this down a little bit, I guess you can see better. Make this a little bigger. All right, so this is as big as it's going to get. All right, so that's your Monday. And remember, we had Friday as well. So Friday, Monday, chucking a nice U. In fact, we had a trade in there, as you'll recall from the videos. And then Thursday is there. Okay, Thursday I did take a trade as well. Yesterday I also took a trade, but I had two positions. One covered the trade and the other one got stopped out. So I just had no loss, no profit, nothing on that one. Normally I don't trade on Fridays, but I wanted to take this trade short here, which I did, and the trade covered itself. It was exactly at the trading hour, so it was the right thing to do. The trade covered itself. In fact, where is it? Just let me. Okay, so yesterday it was this one here. All right, so that's the Friday one. As you can see, it was at 447. They were both sell. One of them got profit taken out, 195, but the stop was really tight. Why? Because I entered on this bar, okay, and the stop loss was just above that bar there. So it went down, took profit, went up, and got stop loss on the second position, so no loss of love there. And this is Thursday for gold. Thursday market went down. As you can see, that's a trading hour, market crashing, and then we got a retracement, and then from the retracement the market sold off again. All right, so that was Thursday. And on Monday, if you take a look at Monday, remember Monday is coming from Friday, so it was a swing day. As you can see, the trading hours just pushing up, up, and up. So that's basically it. So that's gold. All right. Let's take a look at what else we had. We had euro dollar Monday and then Thursday or Friday. So let's take a look at the euro dollar. So euro dollar, that's your Monday. Okay, remember with this Monday, if you watch the videos, I did say, guys, we have to be careful on this one because this is highly likely going to break, and I talked about that this will probably break. So we have to be careful because this Monday could also be a high at the top to push down. All right, so knowing that in advance obviously is for us an advantage, right? Knowing things happening before. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we've got Thursday market coming down nice and easy, and Friday, look what happened Friday, market went up. So Thursday and or Friday, there you go, nice and easy. Okay, and it's coming up, as you can see, right to the PST pricing 54, which is 1300, and the market sells off at 1300 is here. Okay, so that's your 1300 there. Market nearly gets there. Was that a trading hour on Friday? 5:30. Let's take a look what I had on Friday. I had 450. All right, so market comes up here, as you can see, That's 4 o'clock. That's 4:50 there. Okay, so market goes up nearly into there. So that wasn't really a good match. Okay. What else did we have? We had 3:50, 10 o'clock. So 3:50. Market looks like it's going up from here. This is your 3:50. Okay, so from 3:50 it's going up, coming nearly to the PST level, and not a lot of excitement there, as you can see. All right, and the others were here. 10:50 did we have? I think it was 10:50. That's your 10:45, 10:50. So the market from this trading hour comes into this trading hour, stalls, and as you can see on this trading hour we're breaking out. Okay, so knowing the hours is really important, otherwise you're going to be sticking around in front of the computer for ages. Also remember, use these times for managing your trade. So if you entered, because Friday, Thursday, Friday, right, so if the market comes down low, we're expecting a low, and you see the market's at targets, on the price targets anyway, and it's done that weekly target. Remember that 63, 1205? You can see that on the videos as well, 1205. That's a weekly PST, and it gets there at the trading hours and chucks a UE. Beautiful U-turn here, right at the trading hours, going to the next trading hour and then going up into there. All right, so it's all good. And if you bought, obviously your target would have been that PST level, because you know, I know, 1294 on the price and 54 is 13 on the PST. So 1294 to 13 is your target, which is right there. Okay, so pretty accurate. It's nice and easy. If you also did technical analysis, you know, I know, that's your zone there. All right, if you have a PST level, you can guess if you're going to have a stop sweep or not. Okay, that's that. So that's the euro dollar, as you can see. So that was good as well, as you can see. Monday, Thursday, Friday, so the market goes up on Monday from here, and then going down Thursday into Friday and picking up at the target. So knowing those is a good advantage for us. Let's take a look at the next one. SP 500 Tuesday, Dow Jones Monday or Tuesday, and Nasdaq Monday. So let's take a look at those swing days. SP 500. Now SP 500 was a Tuesday. Now for SP 500, I said if we end up here we can sell, but we didn't end up there, so there was nothing to sell, and you know, it was a bit nothing to do here. Okay, because we're at the highs, and as a principle I don't like to buy the highs, and it wasn't at a place where we could sell off technically, so there was nothing to do. So as you can see here with the pricing on the PST as well, it's like in a bit of a sandwich zone. It didn't really get to the place on a swing day. If we take a look at Dow Jones Monday or Tuesday, so that's your Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. So Dow Jones worked nicely because Monday, it wasn't also at a great place to sell. I tell you why, because I've marked in that gap there. In fact, why don't I open Dow Jones for us, and we'll go do it on there so it won't be lazy. Alright, so this is the Dow Jones chart. Now remember, that's the green box we marked in from that candle there with the wick off the red candle. And the market fell, and we talked about the 37.5, right? If you've learnt from me, you know that 37.5. So market comes in, touches the 37.5. It does it on a Thursday, okay? And Thursday is not a swing day. It's either Monday or Tuesday or Friday. So Thursday market touches it, Friday it pulls back a little bit. But Monday, Tuesday, as you can see, if you're in a buy mode, we're not in a place we want to sell and there's a gap to fill. Monday, Tuesday market comes down. Now look at here, Tuesday market does the low of the week, and then you can follow it into the next swing day being Friday. So then that's your Tuesday, all right? And then all you have to do, if you wanted to follow that, you'd be following it into Thursday swing day. And that's basically it, Thursday and Friday. That was a trading hour, I think, 8:15 on a Thursday. You can see all the swing hours here as well. 8:25, there you go. 8:25 on Thursday. That's the, as you can see, market comes to the PST level. Look at that, 41,778. That's not a PST level, I'm sorry. That's the gap closure level. Okay, that's where the gap closed. All right, on a Thursday. So the market does that at the trading hour. If it does that at a trading hour, then you should be cooking. Okay, so that's the daily there, as you can see. So from the highs, the market did retrace, then goes up into the target zone. Now the beautiful thing with this is, you know, the swing days for next week as well from here. All right, so anybody's planning on trading the highs, whatever, you can check your swing days for next week. And then we've got NASDAQ Monday, Friday. Monday, Friday. Let's take a look at NASDAQ. Now with NASDAQ, let's first check out the days. That's your Monday. See, that's nice and easy. Why? Because it's at the sell zone. So selling on Monday is good. All right, because you're in the zone, and that's your Monday. And then we've got Friday. That's your Friday. Market comes up again, and I did say in this zone you can sell. Okay, and that's nice and easy. Monday, Friday again. And what time did that happen on Friday? Let's check it out. Check out the Friday hours. So 3:50, 4:50, 8:30. That's your 3:50, 4:50 there, nice and easy. All right, so right on the dot, and then market sells off. See, knowing these hours and having a price for it. Okay, and where did we get the price from? PST 60, 20,202. 20,202 at the trading hour, pretty close, and that's your sell zone. Put your stop loss above there because that's the price reference. Okay, and that's fine. So you got price, time, swing day. All right, so that works nice. What about Bitcoin? For Bitcoin, the swing days were, got Monday, Friday, Sunday. Let's check them out. So that is Saturday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. Monday and your Friday. Nice and easy all the way into target zone. All right, nice. This was a bit tricky because I don't like buying at the tops, as you can see, but once it's done its low and it's breaking out, you can always get in at the breakout because you know the next swing day. All right, so once the market's going up, you know the next swing day. It's like Monday to Friday, we're going up. If you're breaking out, okay, if you're breaking out, then you can just follow that through. This is why knowing the future swing day is like an amazing thing. If you know this future swing day, you can say to yourself, well, wait a minute, the next swing day is on Friday. This just broke out. I can keep buying on every pullback in a smaller time frame until Friday. Bingo trading. All right, so that's fine. All right, so those were the swing days for the week. Okay, the week of 5 to 9th of May, posted on the 20th of April. And the swing hours, Monday, Tuesday. You can test them all Thursday, Friday. Okay, You can check them all out. I actually did a, yeah, okay, fair enough. So that's how it is. Okay, so all the best. Have a great weekend. I hope these weekly wrap-ups are helping you, because if you're using time and price, you have a really great edge, because you can anticipate when the next swings are happening, so your risk is minimum, and you can really stretch out your targeting, which will really help you with scaling your account. And I've done a video on scaling accounts, so you can also watch that in the tips section of the playlist. Have a great weekend.